Hello friends, welcome to the class about the topic of state function, path function, process. Now consider thermodynamics first law, del U equals Q minus W. The change in internal energy is the sum of heat absorbed by the system, work done by the system. Change in internal energy is state function or state properties, whereas both Q and W are path function. What is meant by state function or state properties? Whenever the properties change in a thermodynamic system caused by moving from one state to another is independent of the path taken, called state function or state properties. Conversely, if the properties is dependent on the path, called path function. To describe state function or state properties, consider equation z equals f xy. Z is dependent variable state function. And both xy are independent variable at fixed composition in closed system. Few terms must be mentioned. Z equals f xy. This is called equation of state. Equation of state means it relates between inequated form, dependent variable and independent variable. State, commonly state specified all process parameter or state variables, such as all variables are all pressure, temperature, density, molar volume, free energy, internal energy, etc. Few variables are considered as properties, such as change in internal energy, free energy change, enthalpy, entropy are considered as properties. That is called state properties. Closed system. In closed system are three types: open system, closed system, isolated system. In open system, both mass and energy exchange occur from system to surrounding. In closed system, only energy exchange occur system to surrounding. And in isolated system, no exchange occur from system to, or no interaction occur from system to surrounding. Okay. Now z equals f xy. Differentiate dz equals del z del by del x with respect to del x at constant y dx plus del z del y constant x dy. Let del z del x y equals L xy. That means the state function or state properties is perfect differential or exact differential, and this is a form of perfect differential or exact differential for the equation of state z equals f xy, whereas z is considered as state function or state properties. Let del z with change of z with respect to x at constant y is a function of xy, L xy, and del z with respect to y del y at constant x mxy. So dz equals L xy dx plus m xy dy. Now del L by del y x, del L with respect to y at constant value x equals del y, put the value L, del z, del x, y, x. That is del square z, del x, del y. Equation 1. And change of m with respect to x, del m, del x at constant y, del y, del x, del z, del y, x, constant y. This value also del square z, del x, del y. Equation 2. So from equation 1 and 2, it can be written del L with respect to del y x, constant x equals del m, del x at constant y. So this is the major criteria to verify whether a variable is state variable or state properties. Okay, this condition must be satisfied. Another matter, del L with respect to del y at constant x is here del square z, del x, del y. So the neat value change of a z will be same if z first time changes with respect to x at constant y and in second time changes with respect to y at constant x and vice versa. So but this value is same. So this is called the major criteria for state function or state properties is it is independent of the order of differentiation of the independent variable. Okay. From Thermodynamics first law, U let internal energy U equal F, it is a function of PV. U is internal energy, state function of state properties. It is a function of two variable, pressure, volume, or independent variable. So the neat value change of internal energy is same whenever the internal energy change with respect to P at constant volume V, and in second time it changes with respect to V at constant value P, and vice versa. So it is called the neat resultant value of state properties will be same, or it is independent of the order of the differentiation of the independent variables. Now for the total value of state properties or state function depend on initial and final point, and the intermediate point must be omitted. Consider step 1, step 2. In a chemical reaction system, step 1 convert to step 2 by following different path. As the total value of state properties depends on initial and final point, so the common value it is represented by a state line by joining initial point state and final state. Okay. This is second criteria for state function or state properties. The neat value only depends on initial and final point. Their intermediate state must be omitted. So what happens whenever a chemical reaction system complete cycle, that is called cyclic process. So in cyclic process their initial and final point is same. So the total change in state properties will be 0. The sum of state properties will be 0. That means cycle del Q is 0, whereas Q is any state properties or function. So let the chemical reaction start from point 1 and it complete different state. 1 state A, state B, state C, D, E, F, finally return back to its original position A, state A. So in this case it is called cyclic process. By changing different state, finally it return back to its original position. So here initial and final point is same, that is 1. So in this case it complete the cycles or process is called cyclic process. So summation total change in state properties for a cycle or cyclic process is 0. But for path function they are obtain a certain value whenever it complete the cycle or for a cyclic process. So thank you today up to this.